Okay.
And
then I'll get it going on the face place.
Oh yeah, and so I'm not asking the link. How do I find it exactly?
Once we start,
Then it will be
I'll
out.
post it and then it'll be up. So
Perfect.
that's just the link I gave you is just the one to like all the high news spots, and it'll just come up as the first one.
Okay. You sent it to me on Facebook Messenger
I think it was
or
Instagram.
Okay.
And we're going live in 3, 2, 1. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo.
It's high noon here in the studio. My name's Boss Lissa.
I'm Lauren.
What's up, Lauren? Pretty stoked for the show today. Thank you for joining us. We've got a couple of guests on the other side of the table.
What's up?
What's up, guys? Introduce yourselves.
I go by Detour.
I go by Truth.
Welcome. Detour's been on our show a few times, but it's the first time for you. So welcome.
Yep. Oh, thank you very
We're
much.
gonna get really
Great to
stoned.
be here. Yeah. It seems like it.
It's gonna be an
Yeah.
interesting day.
So I'm gonna
Very
hand you that
interesting
so I
day.
can do some button pushing,
Okay, sweet.
and then we'll get this thing posted, and everything will be groovy and going. I think. Yeah, I'm also gonna drink one of these, which I'm really excited for. It's a smoothie
What
that's
is
been
this?
infused.
Oh, butter time.
It's from
Oops, that's what
Butter
I'm
King,
saying.
if you guys know of that.
No, but I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Right?
Butter in a
sounds-
drink? That's all you need to tell me.
So I'm also gonna try and get the chats going while we're doing this.
Awesome.
So people can talk shit about us.
Pretty much.
What was it? Lost.
I'm up for it. Let's go. I'm a shit talker. Just
Yeah, you
kidding.
just gotta give it just as hard as they give.
Haters, come this way.
Just gotta change that real quick. Ba-boo. This is the most exciting part of the show.
Absolutely.
Why won't you publish? Connection lost. What?
Is that
That's
the
it.
theme of the day?
Actually, though, this computer's been giving me such a hard time all day. I don't understand.
I also didn't get the link.
It's not posted yet because the connection is lost, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't give it. It didn't go through on Instagram.
No.
Weird. Well,
How peculiar.
love technology. It's always a fun time. Last week I couldn't get into the website. I had forgotten the password because it's been like 3 months of not doing a show. It's so
Oh, no.
weird,
I was gonna say it's been a minute, right?
right?
It
And
was
I-
funny, like, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
Oh, looks like I got connection again, and it should be posted soon. And we'll get the chat going so we can see what all you lovely people are saying. This is the beauty of producing your own show. What's up, Austin Wills?
Austin.
So, boom. So, Butter King, like I was saying. So
Awesome.
it's a smoothie, and it's really, really strong. There's 75 milligrams of butter, which is pretty
Pretty
fun.
strong.
It's pretty
Yeah.
Are they local?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
This is.
If you guys have ever been to Pain Management, they used to sell them there. I guess they
Okay.
don't now. But they're pretty fun. I was gifted this from a friend. So I'm not sure where you can get them, but they're pretty cool.
Yeah. What's your opinion on like weed infused drinks versus weed infused food?
That's a tricky question
Yeah.
because it's like kind of in between the two.
Okay.
I drank one the other day and I got fucked.
Right. So it's
And
so you
quickly. So
it's
I was
like,
like-
different than like a soda or something like that, or like a weed infused soda.
I
You're saying.
think so.
Okay.
I feel like there is a difference between drinking and eating it. When
Yeah.
when you eat it, it's processed through your liver. When you drink it, I don't believe it is.
Okay.
Well, you don't
Lauren
keep as much
might
because
know.
it goes through your digestive process faster.
Okay,
The liquid,
okay.
Where it's not digesting everything in it.
Right,
Versus
right.
like edibles, if you eat it, it takes longer to digest food than it does to take
Right, right.
digest liquids. No, water goes
Right.
right through you.
Mhm.
And then they come in like the oils, and then that's a whole different process.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I mean, really depends.
It's
But-
true, and all these like nuances to all these edibles because like this one's made with butter, some are made with distillate, some are made with like
Flowers,
shatter, some are
yeah.
made with like phoenix tears,
Mhm.
or some are made with like actual like cannabis
Yeah. I'm sorry. we
Imagine
called
that.
it flour.
flower, same shit.
I'll throw those people off.
You're one of those, eh? The flowers.
Yeah.
Well, look at where I came from, dude.
Where did you come from?
I used to manage a dispensary, but it was like a medicinal dispensary.
Okay.
So
So proper.
well, like a little more on the,
Formal.
Bougie side.
formal. No, I wouldn't call it bougie. Just like just like this. I just have to be nicer to people and say
Yeah.
the F word less.
Bigger words.
Yeah.
Big words. They get you through a lot
It's
of
interesting,
situations.
yeah, because like our perspectives are so similar in a lot of things because we both smoked and worked in the weed vibe for like many years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least a couple years. I don't know about you.
Right.
Whatever. A long time.
Mm-hmm.
But her perspective is medical, and we'll often like kind of like not argue, but like get into discussions about
Well, I mean,
these differences
Yeah.
between like recreational vibes and like medicinal.
So you'd
vibes.
say you're more recreational.
Yeah, but I feel like even if you're not intending for like, it depends on what your ailment is. If you have no ailments, then you don't need to use it medicinally. But I do think there's something about preventative medicine, and I use it medically.
I have the perspective too that honestly, like, I think all weed is medical, whether you're using it recreationally or not. Most people
I
don't
agree.
realize when they're using it high amounts recreationally that they're probably using it in a medical way without actually realizing that
Right.
they're doing it.
Yeah.
So I mean, recreational, medical, there really is no difference. I think it's a state of mind
Yeah.
to the person using it.
All I can say is when I broke my pelvis 3 summers back, it saved my ass. Sitting in a
We
wheelchair
did?
all day. I smoked so much. Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah,
I was
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
terrible
Sounds
car crash, broke my
horrible.
tailbone, 2 places, my pelvis in 4 places, 2 ribs, and like that kind of mixed with the painkillers. Like the painkillers were only doing so much. I felt like the weed was like a comfort thing. So I could just sit in a wheelchair all day. And I was
Right.
actually like somewhat content.
About doing that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
broke
like-
my
that was
ankle
from
and
the
it was
weed.
the same thing. Like, one, edibles helped a lot with the pain aspect. Like,
Mhm.
I can't imagine how much pain that was, dude.
It was
Yeah.
a lot.
That's a lot.
It was a long recovery too, right? Like.
I still deal with pain now.
How long
unfortunately.
ago was it?
July 2018.
Oh, that's not even, that's a couple years, but
Mm.
that's not very long in
Yeah.
terms of like long term.
Right? So we'll see. But I noticed like my mattress was too soft, so I was waking up sore recently. So I got a better mattress. I don't know why you guys are laughing at me. I'm like, this is terrible. But it's how you deal with it, right? So you just gotta adjust. I think you can never just like sit there and be like, I'm in pain. Like,
Yeah.
It's like I need to smoke blunts, I need this, I need edibles, and it does make it all unbearable.
Yeah, it's true. And like, I don't know, something about weed makes you kind of forget about the pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah, it does like do some pain killing, in my opinion. I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
But I think there's something like people are often using like CBD and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, there's something to, for me, I think there's something to actually being stoned and kind of forgetting that you are supposed to be in pain.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like it
yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of like shifts your brain a bit.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Or whatever
on it.
trauma you have associated with
Yeah.
why you're in pain.
Totally. Oh, I should get playing your EP because that's why you're here.
It's true.
Detour here just came out with a new EP. What is it called?
Mm-hmm. It's called Expectations. Available everywhere music is found.
All the places.
All the
Can we show off the merch I got for you here?
Absolutely.
So-
So we get this playing in the background. We won't really be able to hear it here because it gets echoey of the
Okay.
microphones.
Yeah.
So, but trust me, it's playing. So you got some merch here.
Yeah. So I just did kind of a limited run of like black and white shirts. Me
don't wait to stain it.
and the homie, Landon
You know me
Julius.
Ah, yes.
Yes. the
Julius.
man.
He's been on the show a few times.
So
Old
he
friend.
helped me with my first run of merch, and we put the track list on the back, and then kind of did like a stamp effect of the front, and yeah, it just feels very.
It's nice
from the heart.
material, dude.
Yeah, it's chill. It's
It
just
is.
like,
It's like
it
thick.
feels kind of hip hop. It's just like that nice collared shirt. I don't know. I was hoping for the best, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great.
And it's simple,
Nice.
you know.
Yeah, you know-
Julius does a really good job with that. He works in black and white for most of his things. So I'm
It's
like, this
true.
works.
And he can get pretty complicated in his stuff.
Mhm.
He likes to put all
Yeah,
the dangles
Shout
and
outs to,
doodads on his
to
stuff.
Julius on the printing.
You know,
He
does he
also
go by
does-
Ill Kids or
He also
Loud
goes
Guy?
well. Now he's kind of branding. I was gonna say he's going by Death Rights, Death and then Writes, RITES,
Fuck yeah.
printing, and like he hooked it up for the low. He's putting a lot of artists on, and like he kind of gave me the confidence to put myself out there in terms of merch. So I was like, here we go. He also produces, and he also raps.
He's crazy.
He also
does,
did
yeah.
track
Crazy
4 on
producer.
this project, which is the one I want to be speaking about later, called Roll Up.
Okay.
So it's like all of a sudden I'm like, dude, you had such a big part in this. Like
Oh,
it's
that's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Landon. He's great. He's
Really
like,
good guy.
he worked here for a few years back in the day. I remember hiring him, and I was like, "You're great. You don't even need an interview."
Right? You can tell that
Yeah.
the guy does not have a bad bone in his body.
No,
Like
he's great.
so.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, again, it's not about the money. I've been giving these out for free. Like,
Oh, really?
And it's just like, it's just advertising. It's not about making $20 off a shirt, you know?
It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, it doesn't
At this
hurt
point.
sometimes, but
Yeah. I just want to get it on people. I want people to just want to rock it, you know?
Yeah.
Start with that and then go from there.
Above the surface, yo, life is fucking
So I lied
You
earlier.
don't know the vibe I'm in. You don't know my size going. Looking for some beef, yo. Here's the steak inside a scene.
Trying to get the
If
second
you want a
shot out.
cipher though, call me up. What's up?
I
I'm
know,
in.
right?
You really got to navigate.
There's a lot of fucking clicking that the people at
Talking
home
shit, yeah, try to top it.
or aren't privy to.
Talking shit, yeah,
Especially
try
after
to
one of
top
those
it.
moon drops, like, how you supposed
Talking
to
shit, yeah, try to top it. Watch me be a fucking topic.
I believe we all use
Talking shit, yeah,
medicinally.
try to top it.
It's true. We were just talking about
Talking
that.
shit, yeah, try to top it.
But yeah, now
Talking
you guys
shit,
can hear
try to
that
top
music.
it.
Maybe.
Okay, sweet.
Watch me be a fucking topic.
Fuck.
Place your
He has a
Other-
good intro to
Here, I'll
it.
keep talking about the EP a little bit.
Absolutely.
Why did
It's
you
a
call it
flex.
Expectations?
This is sad.
Because I believe in a certain degree of expectations. I think one should place on
I'm just
themselves in
blessed.
terms of my music.
Don't
I like
reject.
wanted it to
Born and
reach a
raised
certain
East
point,
Van Coast
in,
West.
like the
This
quality
a
and the
test.
presentation.
What I get.
So for myself, I was like,
perfect.
I have expectations for myself.
Nothing
I think a
less.
lot of people have expectations for what they want from me. And I want to live up to those things too. So I just pushed really hard through a lot of money, time, effort, and just tried to pump out a bunch of tracks that cohesively go together. And it's not. I feel like some things you shouldn't have expectations with, but I've learned I have expectations for people too. Whether it's like, oh, getting my song finished on time, or the clothing, right? Like those are basic expectations I have with people, and they're good to hold for myself.
Yeah.
Giving people enough time to make things for you too. You know, you always got to give yourself extra time for everything,
Yeah.
and that's part of it. So it's not like I'm overreaching with it, but yeah,
It's like almost like a goal.
yeah,
Like you have like
Yeah.
certain goals that you want to hit. You're not
Hey,
I don't know.
stray short of
I
them.
got a handful of problems.
You can put a lot
Praying
of
to
effort
no
and
one.
time and all this
I know I can
push
solve
into
them.
doing something. You want everyone there.
I don't have time for your nonsense.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
Really
just
doesn't-
gonna look for the
Not even like a
process.
basic thing
Hey.
to ask for. That should be
I
like
got a
the
handful
bar.
of problems.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden the title just came.
I know I can solve them. Hey.
What's really nice too is everyone
I don't
on
have
it.
time for your
I've
nonsense.
pretty much met personally.
I just got love for the
or spoken to,
process.
you know what I
Teacher
mean,
right
whether
back
it's
on the
phone
beat.
or, like,
Yeah,
following
teacher
up
just
and,
lays
like,
up his
everyone's
cleats.
local
Yeah, I don't have time for
ones from
defeat.
BC,
No, I don't have love for
so
police.
it's
Yeah,
really
they tried to
powerful.
ban me for
It's
beach.
like, this
Yeah,
is a
treat me
very
like dog on a
important
leash.
project.
Yeah, this is
Well,
the
even
part
just
of my
like 2
speech.
Yeah.
seconds ago,
I
you
got
just
some
like
people
listed
to
off all
reach,
these
reach.
things.
I wanna travel and rap,
Really
so
land
I did
and
not
just
gamble with
had
trap
all
flow.
these
I
little
used to
tiny
gamble with
pieces about it,
capsules.
you know,
I've got
like,
unlimited
that's local,
ammo,
that's, like,
like work on them
collaboration.
dark days.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
the
not
type to
buying
go and
these
spark
are not
change. Right
off
first
YouTube,
whenever
you
I'm
know what I mean?
contained.
I'm
Couple of
constantly
mixtapes
based on
once a
one
stick.
thing.
I feel heat when I'm in range. My
One of a
shit's heat
kind,
when
you
I'm
know?
in range.
And
Picture
now
this,
it's
you'll
feeling
get
like,
the freight. I'm not here to save the day. Air Force One's it black or gray. Never fucking hesitate. Bunch of rappers these days. Carbon copy, bathe the name. I'm just here to pave the way. Learn from my mistakes. Yeah, taking a handful of risks.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
slowly
for sure.
learning
Like, how
my
are
fate.
people gonna know it's
Telling it
existing?
like it is. I am not losing my pace. I can go manage myself. I am in charge of my wage. Yeah. Hey.
What was weird too is
got
I
a
was
handful of
thinking about the project
problems.
too. I was like, do I need
Praying to
features
no
or
one.
not? Or
I know I
this
can
project
solve
kind of
them.
came to
Hey.
be. Like it was kind of an
I don't have
accident.
time
I
for
was
your
just getting a bunch of
nonsense.
singles done, and then it
Hey.
made sense to put these things
I've just got
together,
love for
but,
the
like,
process.
I learned for myself.
Hey.
I'm just good doing it myself.
I've got a handful of problems.
Like if you don't have expectations
Praying to
for
no
other
one.
people's verses,
I know I
and
can
there's
solve
no
them.
waiting.
Hey.
And like with Truth,
I don't have time for your nonsense.
my guy, 'cause
Hey.
he can like
I just got love for the
put shit out
process,
at a good rate,
that
and
process,
it's
that
up to
nonsense,
par.
like bong
But
threats,
for
got
the rest,
heated,
I was
tell me
like,
like rock
I'm
press, new
solo,
connects, that
so I'll be able to
progress,
hold
disconnect
up
when
on
I'm
songs
on
by
one,
yourself,
in the
right?
shit for the
No
long
reliance
run,
feature.
got some homies that I
feel
call
like a lot of
up,
the
I wanna
big
freestyle
names
roll,
today.
but my shit is magnifico, play
Whoever
this through
you
your
throw Drake
speaker,
on a
bro,
track,
bunch
right?
of rappers these
Propel it.
days,
Not
no
that
one said
Drake
that it
would
was
make it
easier,
better, you know
half
what I
of these
mean? But
rappers
I'm
are
like, what if
upset,
you do
panic
that?
attack on some dumb stress,
Yeah.
complaining that they are less, bitch
Are
I'm
you
a
on
beast
the
like a
EP as well?
lock neck,
I am, yeah.
no progress,
On
so
Wave.
see your name on no
Track
bills,
three.
try to keep up with my
Yeah,
damn
we had
life,
released
you are not
beforehand.
packing the
That was like my
skills,
second song
my
on
shit is popping
Spotify.
like
I put
pills,
stuff
I
out
got
on
some
YouTube,
options to
SoundCloud,
build,
like the
your
whole
girl is
mixtape
copping a
thing, where I
feel,
did
ain't no
like
stopping her making a
to that
meal,
point,
hey,
and then
I want a
this
house in
was
a
like
hill,
that next
yo,
step,
I got some hookers
we
to
were
rip,
super
yeah,
surprised.
I'm
Like,
just making a
this,
meal,
like that one song
make me a
gave me the
handful of
confidence
deals,
to
whoa,
so much
I've got a
more.
lot of appeal,
Just to see a genuine
I am just
reaction,
breaking
like
the
we were both like
seal,
taken
I
back,
just repeating the
right?
bill,
Was
this
was
is way
it
more than a
was
drip,
that the first
yeah.
song that was recorded
Hey.
for the project? Like, did you
I've
have
got a
any
handful
other
of
That one
ones?
wasn't. I didn't even have the
Praying
project
to no
in mind.
one.
That was
Yeah.
just a song.
I know I
I
can
just
Yeah.
wanted to make something with it.
Hey.
It's the first track I ever did.
I don't have time for your
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Quick,
Hey,
recorded in an
I just got
hour.
love for the
Yeah.
process.
This is
Hey.
good.
Yeah, no, that was
I've
the
got a
first song we
handful
made
of
together too.
problems.
Actually, like
Praying
the
to
second
no
song we
one.
made together. But
I
I
know
moved
I
here
got
like a
songs
couple
on.
years ago, and
Hey.
Detour was one of the first
I don't
people I
have time
met
for your
like in the music
nonsense.
scene. Like I met him at a show one time, and
I
we
just got love
just
for the process.
yeah. And he had a bar in one of his songs about like I saw my city riot over a hockey stick or something like that, and
Very Vancouver.
yeah. No, it caught my attention. So like after that, we just chopped it up after the show, and we've been like homies ever since. Like he's been in real good company, and like one of the first people I met, and like he's just been solid since like day one. So
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
We got a lot more
Yeah,
music
yeah,
on the way.
yeah.
Too. We've just been writing, so we're thinking like joint project now.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
figuring out our process. It's hard to
I got
work
some
with
grand
someone too, but I find
measurements. She be
you're gonna
like
make
that,
better
can I
shit
measure
if you
it?
get in the room
None
with
of these
them.
numbers
Oh,
can
yeah.
measure it.
Engaging.
I got them on
Instead of
top
like,
of the
you know,
list.
maybe
I
like
got some
making the
grand
beat over
measurements.
here,
She be
like,
like that, can I
you know,
measure
well, I
it?
guess you're gonna make
None of
beats
these numbers
but,
define it.
you know,
I got
them
them
doing
on
your
the
verse
list.
over
I
in
got
your
some grand
apartment and your verse
measurements.
over
She
in
be
your
like that, can I
apartment,
measure
like
it?
actually feeling
None of these
the
numbers
vibe of
define
it.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really
It is for sure. Yeah, there's like a certain energy I think that comes out when you're like getting into it, and like when you're getting passionate about it. And I think like when me and Detour like hang out, we just naturally like end up like freestyling or like rapping to some degree, and it's just like you're naturally in that moment. You're like, let's just get a song done. Like let's just like focus on this beat, like write something out and like finish it. And when like you're in a good mood and like things are like fun and like you're working off each other's energy, then it's just like it's natural and organic. Yeah.
You just write music.
Yeah.
Shit just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
And plus, it like allows you to like bounce ideas off of. You know,
Totally.
Like, oh, what if you
Yeah.
did this? Like,
Yeah.
if there's no other person in the room, then no one's saying, oh, what if?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just like,
Criticizes me, and it's good.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
balances
straight,
me out. I
same
try
here.
to do it too, you know?
Yeah, it's important.
That's how you grow, especially as a rapper. People will just be like, oh, it's good, right? But they won't really dive into what makes it good,
Yeah.
or what only makes it good and not great.
Yeah.
But truthfully, tell me what that's my opinions. And like a few of these songs, like that first song, Pop It, you told me multiple times, like, oh, try doing this or layer this up.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
It
it's
turned out
good.
better, and I listened.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Yeah.
key too, is the actual listening to the people around you.
Yeah.
Being like
That's
attentive.
Yeah, 100%. And like knowing how to take like criticism and like what to recognize constructive criticism and what's like just like kind of not constructive. Yeah, because like you can let too much come in too. You know what I mean? Like, you can let people get in your head and like let criticism kind of like deter you from your like goals and what you're moving forward to. Like, it's nice when you know you have somebody that has your best interest in mind. They can tell you like, hey man, like, that sounds like shit.
It's not about like
Yeah.
egos or something.
Ex-
Like,
exactly,
I'm just being
yeah.
real, man. Like I want you to. I find it's really about like specific people can elevate you or they can bring you down. So
Yeah.
surround yourself.
Yeah, right.
Shit, that's to navigate.
100%. Yeah.
But I learned it's easier with just a few. We're not trying to, I know you discussed like a little bit of like a collective or something, but like the whole duo thing, I don't want to bother with that. I almost did that, and then you're too reliant on the other person. Like, I like exactly how things are. If people want to like rap with us, it's cool, but like you gotta carry the same energy, and it's weird how fast you can tell too.
Yeah.
When people aren't on the same page, it'll be like, oh, I want to do something with you, and then they bail last second, and you're like, did you really want this to happen?
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately. So you gotta find people that are like extremely stoked.
Apparently the
Yeah.
music was too loud, so we just forced them to
Yeah.
listen to your music really loud.
Oh, it's off it too loud would
Oops,
be.
so
Jeez.
sorry guys. This is
Sounds better than that, I swear.
Tested all the volumes and did all the stuff and never mind.
Oh, you try. You try. Honestly, like, it's hard to produce your own show, so I apologize, guys.
No
if
worries,
we got
no worries.
drowned out by the music.
No
I'm sure
worries.
people could still hear, because, I don't know, one person said, I can't hear, and then no one else has, though, so we'll see. See how it goes. Here we are. And here we are.
And here we are.
I'm not gonna lie, I've only had like a little couple sips of this, and I feel like
Feeling
I'm
pretty-
feeling it.
feeling
Or
pretty
maybe it's
great.
the joint.
We're a mix
Yeah.
of the two.
You know, it
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
both.
Combination.
Let's not. They're not mutually exclusive.
Not
A
at
little
all.
bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah.
Speaking of weed, not to deter from, we'll keep talking about music in a second. I'm smoking on, like, once again, Lamb's Breath.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
one.
It's a really nice one.
Lamb's breath. That's
Yeah.
intense. I've never heard of that
I know.
before.
Here, you guys want to try some?
I mean,
Yes.
We're
Why not?
kind of like quarantining because on this side of the table, we hang out all the time. We just are in each other's bubble, if you
why
will.
not? Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Same here.
Same
so,
over there,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, I don't really share joints with too many people.
No.
No,
So
me neither.
we've decided to not.
Yeah.
Yep, no, it's the right
There's
thing
an
to do.
aversion
I
There's
would
no
dish,
share
beef.
it on it.
There's
That
no
was
beef,
the-
just so
the
you
word
know. We're all friends here, but we can't share it.
yeah.
There's friends and then friendly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. It's too far.
But super fucking sticky. Oh, I was gonna show it off. I just started ripping it apart. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll show you
Oh, it
guys
smells so
at
earthy.
home what it's really
Ooh,
sticky. It's really
beautiful.
dense.
Yeah, it's like a Jack Herrera almost.
Yeah, it's like a. Oh, which one are you talking about? Green Crack? Or the?
No, I
Lamb's
think that
Breath?
was the one she gave you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's
That's
an.
it.
It's a lamb's breath. Yeah, it's interesting because it's supposed to be like super sativa,
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Nice.
I don't know. Like it's like fucking grit, almost like an indica. So
I think
you guys
that-
can tell me.
Fair enough. There is some sativas that are like, I don't know. I question them.
like green crack.
Yeah, they hit you just a little bit too hard. It's like,
Right? That's what
I don't
kind of
know.
knocks you. a
That's what
little
we've
bit.
been smoking.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a nugget.
No,
That's
trying to
really
do
The reveal.
the cracks.
Some ASMR.
Yeah, I wish you guys could have heard that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so hard to do backwards. You get the idea.
Not bad.
Shit's nice.
Very nice.
It was like that step that you had like a little while ago where it's like every time I was over at your place, it's like, where's the jar? I want to smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that one was the peanut butter breath. That's I had that one. I
There
don't
was
know.
one
I go
couldn't
smoke a lot of weed. It's hard to say. What's that?
You lose track.
For real.
Do you think
Oh.
the smell of weed is an acquired taste? Like, do you think you love the smell of weed like before you started smoking weed? Did you love it?
Well, there's like similar things in, weed as there is in like food or like,
Like
plants
terpenes.
with like
Mm-hmm.
terpenes. So if you're smelling it, you're probably, if you like, say like,
If you're
something that's got like a citrusy flavor to it or a citrusy
Right.
smell, you probably
Right.
like citrus foods.
right,
I've definitely like over the years, people are like, I don't know what strain is good. I'm like, you don't know until you try it. One,
Everyone's
but
freaking different.
if you smell it and you go, ooh, that smells good. I feel like that's your body reacting, being like, yes,
try
get
that.
that one.
Okay.
And
yeah,
whereas
yeah.
like there's certain ones like I hate cheese strains.
Oh, I'm not a huge cheese fan.
And I smell it and it's cheesy and I go, ugh.
Yeah, it's,
Like I'll still
Agreed.
smoke
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
I'm not gonna like not smoke weed.
But the smell of it
But
isn't
I'm like,
attractive to you. Yeah.
I don't really want to
It's
smoke
like
that
the
one.
term if your nose knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Your nose
Yeah,
knows.
okay, yeah,
So
yeah, I
if you're
feel
like
you.
stuck between two and you don't know which one
Yeah.
one smells better, you
Yeah.
just go for that.
I fucking love lemony strains, like super lemon haze or like a lemon skunk.
Definitely. That's for the smell. Absolutely.
Anything that
Absolutely.
tastes and like getting high, it's like really sativa vibes. It's
Okay,
like,
okay. The
I
whole
like that
experience.
shit.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's just good shit.
I was really into mango for a long time.
Mangoes.
Yeah, and then I went from like I had a really heavy mango, and then I had a guy on the island who was growing a CBD mango.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god. Not only did that stuff smell amazing, taste amazing, but it was just like so relaxing.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see you liking a CBD strain.
Yeah, they just, I don't know, they, like for me, they just, because I want to be like present and like capable.
Yeah.
But I also want to take it down a notch. So, I was throwing that in
That's
there.
so funny. I was gonna say feel elevated, and you're like take
No,
it down.
you gotta
a
take
notch.
it down a notch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going
Someone
too
in the
far.
chat says, "What's your favorite strain?" Do you guys still have weed to have a favorite strain?
Yeah, this green crack has been really good actually. I know Truth spoke kind of interestingly about it and debatably, but it's good. It gets me moving. That mixed with some coffee or this.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
drink a lot of Red Bull.
We
Yeah,
do.
you got the big, like the big.
That's
big
the
one.
bazooka. the RPG.
It had to be done. I just need to pick myself up a little bit, you
It's,
know?
it's Saturday. It's early.
Yeah, I can't hate on green crack though. I'm not hating on green crack.
Yeah, no.
But
But-
it's a strong sativa.
I get it
It's
for
a-
the low, that's why. Like,
Yeah.
it is a matter of like how much money it costs to smoke.
But that's your
This is
favorite
true.
strain of all time?
Maybe like a Jack Herrera, that'd be like top.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much
I
it.
like a
Yeah.
really nice
I'm a
Jack
sativa.
Herrera.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad Jack Herrera out there.
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, it gets really leafy. If it's outdoor, it's like really leafy.
'Cause I've definitely been disappointed by it, you know. Or some
Yeah.
orange
Yeah.
cookies.
Ooh,
Sometimes.
I like so much.
Yeah.
What
What about you?
Well, I had only like moved to Vancouver like a couple years ago, and like before that, like I just grew up where like we had one strain of weed. Like weed
Weed was weed.
Yeah, weed was weed. So like there was like $5 a gram, and I have no idea
Mostly
what
Kush,
fucking-
probably.
what strain it was. Like it could have been anything. But even if they told me what, even if my drug dealer told me what it was, they would like he would have been lying. But when I moved here, like I tried a couple different things, but like White Widow and Girl Scout cookies were like
Those were going around. Like,
yeah, yeah,
There's
Yeah.
a lot of Girl Scout
I
cookies.
think like
Yeah.
4 years ago, like even green crack, there was like every person that was coming around was like, "Oh, I have green crack." I'm like, "Oh, do you?"
yeah,
So the
yeah,
last 10 guys I saw.
yeah, yeah.
I think this is decent green crack right there.
Yeah, it looks nice. Right? Do you
Right.
mind if I show it off?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. Why am I doing that? I can pass it to you.
I don't think I can
thank
drop
you.
my plug's name, unfortunately, but
No.
please do.
No, can't do it. Shit's hectic out there. Give me the big guy.
But thank you. You know who
I won't
you are.
crack
That's
this
hooking
one.
up the green crack. Some of these nugs are ridiculous. There was like a nice 8th nug in the last bag I got, and I didn't even touch it. I just left it.
I love giants.
It was just too nice.
Let's see, where's
Big
the
nugs are
focus?
beautiful.
There's so many windows open. So
So many tabs.
keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, for a while, like I think it was right near the end of when I kind of got out of the industry a little bit. There was this, my favorite strain was Dark Star.
Dark Star.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was, honestly, I can't remember. It was like a one-off that year.
Yeah,
But it was like so fucking good.
like a one-hit wonder, just never comes back.
It never came back. And if
Yeah.
it did, they called it something else.
Classic.
But, like, great, thanks, guys.
It sounds like an urban myth, like a legend.
Yeah, like, remember? No, I don't. It never
yeah,
happened.
Yeah, the Dark Star.
Like,
yeah.
me and my friend Paul that I worked with at the long shop was, he was all over it. All over it.
The Dark Star?
Yeah, it was his favorite.
Oh shit.
And then it stopped happening and he got really upset.
Is that your favorite strain?
Probably like ever, probably.
Yeah, the one that got away.
That was,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I had a couple of like favorites, but that was definitely, and it was just beautifully grown. It was so dense.
Makes a difference.
It like,
Oh my god, I keep wanting to pass it to you.
and every I like empty my grinder like every single time. Keep it out.
Keep
Yeah,
it
I
up.
needed it.
Yeah, I like weed.
Weed's cool.
Weed's tight.
You have a favorite strain?
What's playing?
Oh, let's check it out.
I can describe a track that's playing.
Win and I lose.
Oh shit, we ripped through the project. It's fast.
Is that the last one on the EP? That's okay. We'll start it over. They missed the first one, I think, because I thought I had it on my tree.
Okay.
And you did.
Yeah.
So you did, but you didn't.
I could talk more about the project when we go to like the track
Absolutely.
list or some shit.
So this came out when?
This came out
Like last week or something?
no, like August 28th.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty
been a
fresh.
few weeks, yeah. Did like a small EP release for it / birthday party. My birthday was on the 26th.
That's cool.
Which is dope.
Just
So
like a
just
small little gathering kind of thing.
Yeah, like
It must be so weird with COVID.
it
Like,
was
Yeah.
super awkward, but we all kept our masks on, and they're like my closest people. So there were no randos, you know, and we kept our distances in a big studio. But like, just to have that moment was like really intense because it's like, oh, here we are. It was like the producers, the friends, like everyone was a part of it in one way or another, you know, giving me the backbone to make this shit, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of the track list too, I can like, I'll describe a little bit because there's like a lot of meaning behind each one, and they all have a part in like I guess the final presentation. But like, top it. The first one is meant to be a matter of like the hook goes talking shit, you try to top it. So it's a matter of like if you're willing to speak down on me, you need to one up me, and it's a matter of one upping me in order to talk shit. So it's kind of that. There was like a flex of sorts, and then the process. Track 2 is about acknowledging the process of making music, and the details involved in that. And then Wait is about like having weight or like having a presence, and like Truth and I kind of both talk about that. And with that, we are trying to give our names weight by making like an absolute banger, and like feel like we definitely put our names on the map a little bit with that one. And then Roll Up is like the pre-game before you go somewhere. It's like talking about who I roll with, like things I face, things I don't want to tell you, things I would tell you. I like talk about a theoretical situation where I'm pulled over by a cop, and then I'm like a bunch of shit that I did do, a bunch of shit I won't tell you. So, and like kind of hinting at details of my life, being a graffiti writer and like not wanting to, you know, admit too much. And like I also talk about how people have actually been convicted for things like that. So there's like small political undertones.
Speaking of, just a side note, the graffiti looks awesome. What you painted on, was it the record store just down
Oh,
there?
Vinyl Records, yeah,
Vinyl
just
Records.
outside. Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It looks
that mural
sick.
came out dope. I respect that like writers aren't touching it, so shout outs to the local guys for
Yeah, do
not
that.
dissing
Do
it.
that.
I was ready for it, you know, you gotta prepare yourself, but there's also, it shows there's a certain level of respect to it. That's why I kind of try to voice for graffiti murals. I know the city doesn't really fuck with them, but letters are cool too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And thank you.
You're welcome.
Crossroad is being stuck in between two places. I think we all know that feeling. And like, I was questioning whether to speak about someone in the wrong way or specific situations, and then that was like a way of subtly speaking about it without saying it. Some things you can hint at without fully diving into detail, and I feel like not everyone deserves a full amount of detail in personal stories. So it's like playing with that idea and just being stuck in between.
I like
two
that
places.
deserves to get all the details.
Right, like I feel like we have to protect like ourselves to a certain degree, and the
My
information we
words.
give out.
What's that?
Earn my words.
It's true, and it's obviously it varies in the situation, but like I've learned to watch those things, especially us being artists too. Like there's shit like I don't have anything I really feel super guilty about, but you know you could see with someone's past coming back to haunt them or hurt them.
And
now
not everyone has your best interest at heart.
right? Some people want to fuck you over.
Yeah,
because that's when they
exactly.
meet you.
Yeah.
And then coming to terms with that is win and I lose, which then is a follow-up to the whole thing and accepting life's wins and losses. So I talk about situations where I fucked up or things I'm excelling at or like what's worth a lot to me, what's worth a lot to the average person. A lot of my things are just like what I think about things, and like if you can learn or get something out of that, that's all I really want.
And that's what life's about.
And that's the project.
That's how we got
Rough
there.
one. Yeah.
Well, we listened to it last night just to like get familiarized with what you've been up to, and it sounds fucking sick.
Yeah, it's not pretty good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we were vibing.
For real.
I was smoking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm actually I was like really impressed. I was like, oh damn, this like is like very like it's very full, you know, and it's also like I know you're not like huge, right? Like you're not like I don't know. Do you do this in a studio?
Yeah.
Like what studio do you go? Or
This
do you-
one was recorded in like multiple places, which was interesting.
Okay.
But then mostly the same engineer worked on everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like there was a process in making this project of doing it in different places and finding the right place for it. So it was recorded in like my engineer Jamie Warnock's room. He has like a studio set up in his closet.
Oh,
But like
yeah.
the right tools and like the way him and I work together, we just bounce shit back and forth, and like to us that's how we get the highest quality product. Some songs were recorded at 2 Track Entertainment, like a big studio in East Van.
Oh, cool.
And it was great. But again, for me, it was just like I was just trying different studios out.
Yeah.
And then like Jamie's
Seeing what
room, I
clicks
just
and what works out.
prefer. It just like it just feels really natural. And we just mix on like two speakers. That's it. No big crazy things. Blast it to my headphones, and we go back and forth. And that's how everything got that sound.
Sounds really good.
So it was like crazy.
impressive.
I've done no music training, no nothing, but like knowing what big sound is or how to fill headphones and like know what that is quite tricky.
Yeah.
But him and I just get along like that. Like the chemistry is there. And now I associate all those really good memories with that house. So I just want to go back there. I'm like, it's cool. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
I know, yeah.
Find the
Like
vibe.
working with you, like I realized like you have a really like good attention to detail, and like Detour will like he'll like won't settle until like it's exactly the way that he wants. Like he'll make sure like every little like ad lib or like thing in the background is like perfectly like panned or like put into the song perfectly. So like if you like listen to his music, like you can hear there's layers to it, or like there's like things in the background that are going on that he like puts attention to. So not a lot of people like pay attention to that stuff, and just kind of like
Easy to skip over shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it gives it a nice like full sound and like yeah.
Like if you're like, oh, I like that little part, we thought about that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I guarantee you
Yeah.
that was just going, oh, that would sound cool.
Yeah.
Totally.
And Jamie's crazy like that. Like he's also the drummer in the Gins, which are a local band
Oh,
that are
cool.
signed to 604 Records. Shouts to the Gins.
Oh, right on.
So I
don't know if
lived
I've
with
heard of them,
those,
but-
like 2 of the band members, and they used to live with Jamie. And then they linked me with Jamie.
Yeah.
And so he's doing both these things, and he's just like, he hasn't really worked with too many rappers, like it was just a new thing, but the friendship is like what caused this, because we could like, it doesn't feel like business. It
Yeah.
just feels like we're creating something great.
It's that
That's it.
collaboration. He's a local guy too, right?
We're
Like
just
it's like
always happy. It's just a good vibe.
yeah, when it's good people that are like passionate about music, like it just
And
just
that's what
happens
music's like
organically.
supposed to be, right? Like
Yeah.
it's about making the music, it's about being creative, it's about
100%.
creating something. And I don't know, sometimes a lot of people in the world are all about thinking about the business, if you will.
Yeah, no, 100%,
And it's
100%,
lot of
totally
business.
different vibe.
absolutely.
But obviously
yeah.
you gotta know some sort of the business to like, get your things out there in the world and to actually, be able to make a living off of those kinds of things.
Yeah,
You gotta
totally.
be able to like sell yourself. But in the creative process, you should be really thinking about the business,
100%, yeah. It's all about balance, right? Because
Yeah.
you'll find people that will spend like 10 minutes on their verse and like 5 minutes recording it, and then they'll spend like an hour and a half like promoting it and like putting it out onto social media. And it's just like, well, if you're not thinking about the product that you're actually like manufacturing and not thinking about the quality of that, then like you're just selling shit to people, and like they're not gonna like buy into that. Even if you spend like all this marketing on like making it look fancy, it's still shit at the end of the day, right? Like
Do you think that some people, I don't know if you guys have heard about that or heard this from, but I think some people are under the impression that they need to do as much as possible. And so they just like bang out as much as they can because they think if they have more like content, then
yeah,
it's more likely that
You could
someone-
argue that, right?
Right?
yeah.
Like there are certain rappers, I don't know, Rich the Kid, The Baby, their albums are big. They're cashing in on like 2-minute songs. Everyone's just, 2-minute songs.
Yeah.
I don't make 2-minute songs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And there's like a difference, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's turned into. You make a lot more off your albums if everyone's blasting through a 17-song project.
Yeah, yeah, and I think
2-minute songs or minute songs.
there's definitely an argument for like quantity over quality as like a focus, because like in this day and age, like the way that people consume music, it's very like disposable because they have they have access to such a vast
Fast
library.
food music.
Yeah,
It's
and
fast food era music.
That's so
It's-
funny.
Yeah.
there's so much out there, and like people are not cherishing like projects and bodies of work like they would when you would have to go buy a record or like a physical copy CD. Like that's an experience, and you hold on to that, and that's something that's precious to you, right? It's more of like I have like, this guy dropped his album, I'm gonna listen to it once, and then like if it's good I might throw a song in a playlist and then move on from it. So I think like if you have like a lot of music, then you have a better chance of getting in playlists. You have a better chance of being heard, and like you can overload people, and like they won't get tired of you because they're just like
Everyone's
kind of like
content.
consuming you
Yeah.
disposably
Conveyor belt
anyway.
of music.
If
Yeah,
you're somewhat
yeah.
fire,
You're done
like,
with this one? Okay, well, the next one's already here. So.
Yeah,
imagine
but
this too. Once you catch a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Once you get that base 10,000 listeners, it's like you feel like you could just put out anything and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Because it'll still get listened to.
but at the end of the day, I think like
You never know what will
as far as like longevity is concerned and where that enters the conversation, I think that takes kind of like control over whether or not you would want to do that, because like I think like at the end of the day you want to put out music that's gonna like impact people and like leave a lasting impression that's gonna make them want to consume it over like a long period of time.
We want longevity
Like you want
with the shit we're making.
like repeat listens.
Yeah,
That's
and
like you said, the fast food. Like you don't want to just like consume and move on. Like you want people to like dig it.
yeah, 100%, and like
Feel it.
for
Yeah.
sure, and I think like you can look at people like I don't know, like Kendrick Lamar and like J. Cole and like Isaiah Rashad, just like people that like don't release things like constantly, but they're still like brought up in conversation of like, you know, of relevancy, and they still like have weight on their name because they release quality music and take the time to do that. So I think there's two lanes to that conversation, but you know.
That's what springs up the whole like old head versus new head debate, you know, or new school, right? Like the kids that are just into trap versus the guys, the older generation that's like boom bap, or like my generation that's caught right in the fucking middle and don't know what to do. So I do a mix of both, you know what I mean? But like
Everything.
yeah, but like I don't want to hate on anyone's success really.
Yeah.
Even if maybe it's not to me, like I don't understand it, I'll still give you know, credit where it's due.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that.
And
But
there's,
there's
like,
so much hatred. That's what pisses-
I don't know why people hate. Like I feel like it's like
So much hate.
different music's good for different things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My
You know,
my liked
different
songs on my Spotify it's not like it's like all over the fucking place.
Right.
Like we were like on the way here, like, the drove us here.
Right.
Depends
And
on
what did
your
we
mood.
listen to? We listened to like some garbage stuff I saw on TikTok, which I thought was hilarious, and I needed to have
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it was like thrash metal.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was a little.
You know what's crazy though? I've learned about tapping into this new sort of shit, and you know what I mean by music that's good any time of day. Like the Police,
Yeah.
you know, Walking on the Moon. It's like you're going to bed, you can put that on, you wake up, midday,
Yeah.
you're just feeling good. And if you can tap into that, that's the crazy shit. Because you can play that sort of music in front of nearly anyone.
Yeah.
And
True.
people will catch on, like Outkast.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can
yeah.
play that in front of my parents, and they do not listen to that sort of music, but they could appreciate it a little.
Yeah. Well, there's
Enough to have it on.
been this
Yeah.
entire like music revolution and like liberation, like because like we have like access to, like we don't have to like go through the radio stations
labels
or like
anymore, you can
yeah or labels to like get music, and like the internet and like just like home studios and technology has allowed like the common person to just like make really high quality stuff, like as long as they like kind of put the time into it. And it's
Yeah.
you don't have to listen to any music anymore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
There's so much out there.
yeah, exactly. There's music for everybody. It's like a golden age right
Not like
now.
back
of,
in the day when like much music was a thing and
yeah,
they actually
yeah,
had music.
yeah,
But that's
yeah,
how you
yeah,
would
yeah.
find music.
And that's
Right.
kind of what
Like,
you were forced to listen to because it was on the show, and that's
Yeah.
like what you did, or it was the radio. But now, like, how many
Endless.
websites you can go to,
Right, yeah.
like apps
Yeah.
and shit. Like it's just easy access to fucking everything.
Right,
The
and
radio-
As soon as
so biased,
streaming
too.
happened too, it's like now you don't even have to like illegally download it.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like boom,
Yeah.
It's amazing.
it already just skips to, it shows it
For the
to
first
you.
time in forever, like I actually listened to the radio in my car because my plug broke,
Yeah,
and I like didn't recognize like half the shit that was on the radio. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is what's popular right now. Like I don't.
It's
They
designed
play-
for the radio.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it's like I'm getting old.
they play like TikTok songs on the radio, like
It's brutal.
it's yeah,
And they don't,
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna just say it right now, Vancouver radio stations, besides, like, you know, URP, Urban Co-op Radio, like, ones like that, they're not playing Vancouver artists, let alone Vancouver hip-hop artists on local radio, ever.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not weird.
They're not even
You
playing
would think
local.
they would,
That's really strange.
throw
That
out,
seems like what they should be
They
doing.
just
throw
don't
down
give a
little
shit.
bit. But no.
No.
Times are
It's not about
changing.
that.
No.
Times are changing. Like there's a lot of hip hop artists, and there's like ones that are doing well. Like
you go to the States, you go to Toronto, you can find it on the
like
on the radio
Mercury's.
stations, but not.
Really?
Mercury should be on the radio station.
You know, he's getting radio plays in the States, like a fuckload, but
they won't do it here.
Yeah, you won't do it here.
It's like, oh, you're from here?
Yeah.
Can't have
or
that.
My buddy Baby No Money, who did the viral TikTok song La La La. I'm sure you know that song. It's got like 600 million streams. Shout outs to Baby No Money or Alex. But like Vancouver never gave him one article, and he had one of the biggest songs of 2019.
What?
Over 600 million streams. You can't argue with those numbers.
What?
He went gold. A Vancouver artist went gold, and it was not acknowledged in the newspaper. But he should have been front page. That's big shit. I heard him on the radio here.
That's so weird.
But they play him and they didn't even say it was him. Like, people don't even know he's from Vancouver. I'm like, this is so frustrating.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like,
I don't know what
that's
song. That's so
I know, and then people say like, oh, like
That's
there's nobody from Vancouver doing well, and it's
like
yeah, there
there's
is.
so many artists getting over 100K streams like a month.
Yeah.
Or listeners
up.
for that matter. I
Straight
could give
up.
you a list of artists, you know what I mean? And these people are there, but like, where's their article in the paper?
That's so weird.
Or something.
Not even the Straight, like the Georgia Straight.
Sometimes Straight is put on like Solo Key. Shoutouts to Solo Key, or like Junk, I'm sure has been in there, and a few other guys, but like rarely, you know. Georgia Straight's cooler, but still, like the Sun is arguably the biggest one. Nothing. Or Global News. A local Vancouver artist has gone viral. Even if you can't get the interview, why wouldn't you promote that? That's big shit.
Yeah.
These are big deals. That's weird. I don't understand why they wouldn't just like support their fucking
I think
city. Don't you
know
think
what
it would
is?
like bring attention to how cool the city is?
Vancouver, I feel like
want to be here.
Like the people in that that work for the city that are higher up get paid really good money. They don't give a shit about like the hip hop or like people that aren't bringing in money. Like it just doesn't have value to them.
Right.
Like just like the graffiti shit, they don't want
business
that sort of culture here. Because there's conservatism living and like within that shit.
Like I get that, but it's just like it's so weird to hear like just laid out. You're like they just won't acknowledge it, but like other people will.
Yeah.
But not here. You're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no.
Huh.
But yeah, there's a lot of good artists popping. Like, let's say Snack the Ripper, Mercules, Baby No Money is doing ridiculous numbers. Baby No Money is at like 6 million monthly listeners.
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
Shout outs to Boslin.
crazy.
He just hit 1 million on a song. Have you guys ever heard of Boslin?
No.
Local guy that's killing shit.
Yeah.
Manila Gray. They're in the millions. Young Heezy. Shout outs to Young Heezy. He's like an indie rock artist. Awesome. He's got a couple music videos at a mill. So like these people are here.
It's crazy, eh? Huh. That's like those are big numbers. Like
Yeah.
those are like can't lie numbers, like 600 million. That's a lot of fucking people listening.
That's ridiculous how big that song is.
Insane. And he's from Vancouver. That's cool.
I know. I went on camping trips with him. Like yeah, I know this guy. He was like a friend of a friend. He's like a Marple kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's such an old school name.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marvel.
Shout out to Baby No Money. Say his name. People,
Baby No Money.
I don't know
Sorry.
why. It's like other Vancouver artists who are like sour about it, but I'm like, why are you sour about a guy that's like done the biggest numbers pretty much ever besides like
Why are
Call
they
Me
sour that
Maybe
he's doing-
by Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
That's like the other biggest song to come out of here.
Yeah. No problem saying that she was from, or like from Canada. She's Canadian, right?
Yeah. She's from Mission, as far as I know.
It's like Baby No Money and Bryan Adams putting on for BC right now.
I know. I love it. It just shows it can be done.
Yeah.
You know.
How's that drink treating you?
How's the drink? Dude, I'm fucking ripped. I haven't even
That was a big
finished
conversation.
I was
That was a good conversation. I'm so stoked.
I've lost track of how long
I've
we've been
eaten,
here.
drinking. I'm very stoned. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it shows in my eyes.
I feel wonderful right now.
I feel
Like
good.
I was having like I felt like I was
How you
leaning
feeling,
with my
buddy?
back
Good,
hurting. Now I'm just leaning because it's comfortable.
Nice.
Okay.
Being stoned, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like it. So yeah, I'm really stoked on this. I don't know if the viewers at home can see that I'm really stoned, but I feel it in my eyeballs.
I can tell. I spend a lot of time there.
I feel like the viewers at home are stoned as well. Better be. Viewers.
I would hope so.
I would be. I'd smoke a joint in the morning.
It is that time of day, which is
The daily time?
all day, every day.
Should
Yeah.
we maybe kind of, it's been on in the background the whole time, but maybe we should like force them to listen to one.
Okay.
You want to do roll up?
Yeah, I'll talk about roll up.
Sweet. So you guys roll up while we listen to
Roll up.
Boom, start it.
Oh, as well. Who made the graphic? Like I made my cover and then he like
Who's this?
took
guy?
it to life. The guy that did the motion graphic on this. Can they see that or no?
Oh, I think don't. See it. No, sorry.
But yeah, that was cool too. Some of this reached other parts of the world in terms of like sending the first song to New York. I had it worked on actually by a guy from Pro Era who's like management and an engineer for them, and that's like Joey Badass's crew. You've
Okay.
heard of him.
I feel like I've heard of him.
One of the bigger New York engineers, so I like sent the first song to him. He worked on it, sent it back, and
Okay.
worked on by more people.
Okay.
It was really interesting. Yeah. But this one, Roll Up, is it's about the pregame. It's like hanging out with your friends. It's kind of calming. This is the one that Julius produced.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's got like these rolling synths, and like it just makes my brain feel really good. I don't know what it is. It's like nice notes, and then the way it comes in, it's kind of like a drill beat, kind of like a different beat that I haven't done. And like right away I say like new flow can't miss, and I'm just like doing things different, and it's just like very wavy and like a good feeling. And I don't get sick of the song. I get sick of my other songs, but this one hasn't. I can listen to it whenever. And yeah, it dives into mistakes I've made for sure, and small victories. And like, it's just that vibe for like, you're going to a place and the hook goes, see me roll up, you know, don't give no fucks, my crew, what's up, it's me plus one. So just describing a situation with your friends. When you're in a car like that, it just fits. It's just like perfect driving music.
Just rolling around. Rolling up
the
in
pregame.
the car, if you will.
Yeah, it's hard to describe songs actually, but like that's the best way to put it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
The pregame jam.
let's listen to it a little bit. This is Roll Up by Detour.
Sounds simple, but sometimes they have like 20 fucking layers on them. And if you really dive into it, like it's hard to like even picture 20 layers within something like that. But there's some of these songs with 30 layers. It's crazy shit. Breathe.
That one was tricky. You want to
Yeah, it's so nicely pushed into one thing, and you're like, wow, it's crazy that technology can allow even this sort of thing to go down. It's so cool to watch it. He's on that production game heavy.
Yeah, he's got
I've never
crazy
produced anything. That's like a whole new. People ask me, why don't you do that? I'm like, I have too many things on my plate, but I just want to be a good rapper. Like, let you guys shine in your own thing.
Yeah.
It's so hard to even picture making like a beat like this. Like, it's crazy.
He's been making beats for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have a couple of his, or he made a couple of beats for us for like when we had intros and outros and stuff, like for the
Oh, that's
shows,
dope.
like the Pot TV shows.
Yeah.
So he made a few of those. I was like, hey, can your boy make me some music, please? I need
That's
some
awesome.
music, please.
Right?
Right?
It's so interesting. It's like you're creating something from nothing, like absolutely nothing. And it's not like a recorded instrument. It's like you're just pressing buttons, finding samples.
Making it work, finding a flow.
Yeah. I don't know how they get the hi-hats on either. Like the little claps or like, yeah. Like the hi-hats are like the in-between noises, like the fast pace, like the tapping, or like what I guess like tapping like a cymbal would be, with like a drumstick. But like to make that all blend and like for it to not irritate your ear is so tricky. We're just spoiled.
Right? And it's like,
Nowadays.
it's so interesting because it's like, instead of, like you said, it's like hitting a cymbal or the hi-hat with the drumstick, right? But it's funny that they can manufacture that without having any sort of drum set involved. Like, that's so, like, interesting.
In film as well, it's really interesting. Like dramatic music, like the violins or like panning that, like watching like a big movie on headphones would be like it jumps around and you're it brings emotion out of you.
Mm-hmm.
It ties you in.
There's this real science behind it almost, and you're like, oh, interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just cool.
There's
Even though
certain
it's
patterns that your
manufactured and shit.
brain likes.
Science behind it. What's up?
There's like certain patterns and like notes that your brain naturally likes more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I work with my cousin and he produces for me, and he went to.
He produced track 2.
Oh yeah, he did. On what's that one called again?
The Process.
The Process. Yeah, his name's Matt Truitt, but he went to school. Like he went to school for audio engineering, and like so sometimes I'll like watch him make a beat or something, and like just like sitting and watching him work with the program, it's like so far like there's a certain extent to that I understand it, but then like past like the first like 5 minutes, like I'm just like I don't know what the fuck's going on, but like it sounds great, and like there's so many different like working, like because you would literally have to build it from scratch. Like you take like nothing and then like start with a melody, and then you're like working off of that and you build like a song from that, and it's just it's actually such a beautiful process, like making a song from like scratch to like
You're just clicking away.
finishing it. Yeah.
Click it.
And then all of a sudden, like, it makes you move, or like to have something powerful in a car that like shakes the fucking car. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, because you're like, there's like certain things in music that don't make sense. Like there's certain like patterns of like chords or notes that don't make sense and like sound bad. And like when you find something that like sounds good and like works in like the whole kind of like larger scope of the song, it just it's and it's a beautiful thing, and it fits in place, and like it feels right, and it's
Drake's Passion Fruit has like, it's like scientifically proven like the notes he used like appeal to our brain the most. That one
They say
song.
that like Adele songs too. Some Adele
Post Malone.
songs like follow this pattern. I don't know if it's ever intentional, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit like.
yeah.
Dude, they've
Those songs are
broken it
crazy.
down to a science, or like
Yeah.
Travis Scott, like as my engineer described, he's like, oh, they're just tuning his voice to each note as it goes. So no matter what he says, they'll still make it sound better by moving it up or down.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like
So,
what's
like-
even. It's just not as authentic.
Exactly.
You know?
With
like-
auto-tune?
Yeah, or just like, I don't know, we're just listing off all these ways that like, you can make something out of absolutely nothing. Like no instruments, like, and I'm not knocking it, like it's still like an art in its own, like that's fucking hard. Like it's not like, oh, we're just gonna whip this together. Like that shit's like totally out of my realm of knowledge. Like, I have no idea. But it's just interesting because like before I would be like, you have to mic up whatever it is, your instruments or whatever. Like there's no other option. It's just it's just crazy. the world
Yeah.
these days. Like, there's so
Absolutely. Yeah, you're sitting at a computer that has like every instrument like just locked
many,
in within
just,
it.
like, there, and it's
Yeah.
like whoa, like that's crazy.
Yeah, you're like a
Just
composer.
stoned being like, what?
Yeah, you're like a composer
concept.
that has an orchestra, an electronic orchestra, right in your computer, and you just like they just can learn the song right instantly and then play it back for you. It's crazy.
It's just really cool.
Yeah, it is definitely.
Possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it's a revolution of music because anybody can do it now. Like it's, yeah,
That comes back around with like you gotta have, longevity too. You can't just keep banging things out. 'Cause there's just so much music, right? Like you gotta make it like
Oh, yeah.
stick
Good,
out or
yeah.
like stick.
Promote it in the right way.
there's huge competition now too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you're facing a very saturated and like competitive market, so you definitely got to be bringing something like worthwhile and like something of substance to the table, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
How you present it too.
Yeah.
Like, tip for rappers,
little
don't
bit of
put
branding
just the
involved.
cover art on YouTube. Have it moving. Do a motion cover. Promote it on Instagram with a moving cover, you know what I mean? Or something to engage people. It's like you really got to stand behind it.
Fuck yeah. Well, this hour has flown by.
Holy crap.
This has been so fun, actually, and I'm fucking ripped.
I am pretty.
Same here.
Yeah, you guys
Same
feel
here.
groovy?
Same here.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
All the smiling faces.
I feel like I could
Love
crush
it.
some brunch.
I need some food.
Fuck yeah,
I
food
would.
is a thing. Do you want to maybe tell people where they can find your music again, or where they
Yeah.
can follow you guys on all the socials?
Yeah, get me on Instagram at Detour Music, DTOUR. There's no E, and then just Detour Music. And your Instagram, bro.
My name is Truth the Rapper on Instagram. That's TREWTH the Rapper.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And where can they find your music? Just anywhere? Like
Yeah, anywhere.
Spotify,
Just Detour Expectations. You know, any of the songs that you liked on that, it's easy as that. Or yeah, Spotify. Yeah, go from there.
Okay.
Instagram will take you to all the places.
Exactly.
Yeah, same.
True that,
Yeah.
A Google search. I'm a Google search away. Detour Expectations. You'll find everything. Bless Google.
Yeah.
Bless Google.
Have you
Straight
ever
up.
Googled yourself?
Like we hate Google, but we also like Google.
Yeah.
What's that?
We hate Google, but we also like Google.
Yeah, right. It's a love-hate. Is what it is kind of situation.
yourself.
You know?
Google's the shit. Fuck you guys.
It does provide access.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys so much for coming in
Yeah.
once again. Like,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
always welcome.
Pleasure.
This is super fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, Lauren, for coming in.
You're so
Sweet.
welcome. I'm just here for emotional support.
Yeah.
Do I need emotional
Job well
support?
done.
No,
Job well
I
done.
was talking about me.
Oh,
I didn't want to be alone today.
oh
There you go.
I've never been here before, so
No?
she
Oh,
was
well,
just
welcome.
like,
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
a
We
dope
always get in
place.
all these discussions about weed because, like we were saying, different perspectives on a beautiful thing called marijuana. And yeah, so this has been super fun.
this is cool.
Do you
Yeah.
want to throw down any like Instagrams or anything? It's up to you.
I don't want people to know where I live.
Perfect.
We're different.
I'm 30.
Yeah.
Do you rap?
Fuck no.
To
you
you,
go.
rap. That's great. But you can follow me, Boss Lissa. Hiding the podcast will probably be an account to follow. It's there, but Miles has the password and I do not, which is hilarious. So it's me and passwords, man. They're all
We have a
over the
love-hate
place.
relationship with passwords and with connectivity this morning.
Yes, it's a classic technology thing. Thank you all for watching. This has been super fun. Watch us every Saturday at high noon. And yeah, and bye.
Sweet.
Peace.
Bye.
Love. Peace. Hello, wait.